What are you doing in my swamp?
Hello everybody, this is Ogre and I'm going to be doing my review for the 1976 movie Alice, Sweet Alice. So this is a movie that I've been wanting to see for a really long time. It's kind of been on my radar for a few years now and everything. I think they released the Arrow Blu-ray a couple years ago, and when they did, that's when I first heard about the movie and everything. And it's one that I had seen like little clips of in YouTube videos, but I just didn't know the name of the movie. But I've wanted to see it, and I've finally watched it for the first time tonight, and I really enjoyed it. It follows a troubled adolescent girl who becomes a suspect in the brutal murder of her sister at her first communion, which is a thing in the Catholic Church. I didn't fully understand the communion thing, but I don't really understand a lot of the stuff since I'm not Catholic, I guess is really what it is. But the movie progresses, a series of unsolved stabbings start to happen, and Alice is the one that's suspected of killing her sister and all these people. And as the movie goes on, things start to unravel and kind of find out everything's not what they think it is. The cast in this one are pretty good. Most of them I didn't recognize. The only person I really recognized in here was Brooke Shields, who plays the younger sister that gets killed at the beginning of the movie. She's like really young, and I think this might have even been her first movie. But she's pretty decent and stuff, although she is a little over the top and everything. A lot of the acting in here isn't, for the most part, it doesn't bother me because it makes sense on why the characters are acting the way they are. They're like hysterical during certain death scenes and scenes where you really need the emotions and stuff. To me, it adds to the movie and stuff, makes it more emotional and stuff, seeing these characters the way they are and everything. So to me, it doesn't really bother me. But Brooke Shields, so the scene that she's doing it's really over the top, and it kind of reminded me of how siblings actually fight and stuff in real life. Like it was kind of realistic and stuff. And this kind of does have a whodunit feel to it too, because aside from Alice, there's a couple other people that are kind of suspects and stuff that are hinted around that you think could be the killer and everything. And I totally saw it coming, though. I knew from the beginning of this movie who the killer was going to be. As soon as the movie, pretty much like right within the first 2 or 3 minutes of the movie, I knew who the killer was going to be before it even ended. And the killer's motivations were pretty well done. Like I'm trying not to spoil it because I don't want to ruin this movie. I know it's been out for a long time, but I don't want to ruin it for people who haven't seen it. But there are a lot of really fun things in here, and the kills are all pretty good for being a 70s horror movie and stuff. They actually got quite a bit of good gore in here and stuff. And there's this one particular character, especially at the end, he gets stabbed a couple times, and like you just see the blood seeping through his shirt and stuff. It's really well done and everything, and it's one of the characters that you actually really want to see die. Like he's a big piece of crap and everything, so like literally big also, but he's a really unlikable character, and when he gets what's coming to him, it's a satisfying kill. And there were some other good ones too, but most of them were just stabbings and stuff, but they all are pretty effective and everything. And Karen's kill at the beginning of the movie is pretty effective as well. Hers is pretty effective, and the emotional stuff you see from the mom when she realizes she's dead and all the people freaking out. Some of them are a little over the top when they were freaking out and stuff, but the mom and stuff was really realistic to me. I think that's how a person really would act if they found out their kid had just been murdered and stuff. So I think it was a really good, realistic depiction and everything. Yeah, it's a little over the top, but that is how people react when in those kind of situations, I'm pretty sure. But yeah, all in all, I think Alice, Sweet Alice is a really good movie. The costume and stuff is really good too on the killer. Like, I love the mask and everything. It's one of the translucent masks, I think is what they're called. It's just don't really have much of an expression and stuff. You've seen it in other movies and stuff, but I think it's still really effective in here. And they wear like this yellow raincoat and everything. It's pretty cool. Everything. This is a pretty cool little slasher movie. It's one that I got on VHS at HorrorCon, but unfortunately I wasn't able to watch it on VHS. I had to watch it on Tubi because my VHS player decided to go out on me today. So I'm in the works of getting a new VHS player eventually. But at least it was on Tubi, so if you want to see the movie and you have Wi-Fi and stuff where you can stream movies or whatever, you can watch it on there for free. It has some commercials, but and that kind of did somewhat ruin the movie for me. I kind of wish that I didn't have to deal with commercials, but at the same time, it is what it is. At least the movie wasn't edited like a lot of movies are when they're on TV, so at least there's that. And it is pretty enjoyable movie and everything, so I'd say I'd give Alice, Sweet Alice a 8 out of 10. It's a good slasher. It's one of those really classic influential slashers and stuff, because it came out like when before slashers even started to become big and everything. This is even before Halloween and stuff, so it's a really fun movie, and I think it lived up to the hype. I knew a lot of people that talked about this movie and loved it and stuff, so I kind of had a little bit of hype for it because I've been wanting to see it for a while, and it really paid off and everything. So but anyway, let me know in the comments what you think of Alice, Sweet Alice, and I hope you enjoyed this video, and have a good day, everybody.